Okay, let's go ahead and call this meeting. Well, I stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, liberty and justice.
We did roll call. Tina Pennington present.
Greg Conyer present.
Tina Lear present. Sharon Spears present. Okay. The minutes for July 2nd, 2026. Have a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for July 2nd, 2026.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any new business? We have a request from other things. Open the public meeting. Debbie, do you want to talk about it? You want him to talk about it?
We'll let the petitioner present their petition first, and then I'll supplement.
You have some handouts and pass through quick.
Thank you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Tony Bagato. I'm with Arbor Homes. Our address is 9225 Harrison Park Court in Indianapolis. We're tonight for a variance for 3 lots within within Covington Hills. It's under construction today. It's currently 29.45 acres, building 2 of our product types, and when construction started, we noticed afterwards that 3 lots were impacted by the infrastructure and the sewer location on lots. They're lots 8, 9, and lot 171. Originally, in our request, we were asking for up to 25-foot variance due to try to flexibility, make sure we know the lots were going to be. But after going through all the details and if Dr. Portman Temple was requesting the 40-foot. So a reduction of 10 feet in the standard requires that 50-foot separation. So lot 8 shows on the page 4 at the corner there, the home. The driveway is 45 feet, so again less than 50 for final construction. Same thing with lot 9. There's a 45-foot driveway location, and it's lots 171 where it goes to 40 feet. Again, for us, this was the developers putting all the infrastructure in, so we found this afterwards. If we were to make them comply, the driveway would actually go on top of the manhole, and that's not an ideal situation. So we're just here asking for that variance to request that separation and make that 40 feet to 50. Then we'll go over any questions.
Is there any roadside parking there? And would there be signs, no parking from here to the?
I don't think there's a provision prohibiting parking, so.
I just didn't know, since it's so close to the corner, people parking on the roads there.
Craig, that'd be something that needs to be asked of the town to do.
Okay.
I guess I have a question.
Well, in this case, we're developing and we review the plans thoroughly as we can. This is being done by a third-party developer, and they're selling us the lots. So their engineer didn't provide the plans for us to review this ahead of time. We've been reviewing it as we go. So it's something definitely that we've talked about with them and make sure that going forward, this isn't done on other lots. It's just because we're not in full control of construction. They put all the infrastructure in. the construction plans were approved like that, them not knowing how our driveways would be located.
I.
And
Dave, you had anything you wanted to say?
I'll just add that as Mr. Regatta said, there's manholes in the way. Those manholes need to be at certain elevations and in certain locations along the system. So you don't always have control as to exactly where they're gonna fall on a lot. So we're basically working to accommodate them. Staff has spoken with Josh. We feel the 40-foot should be adequate to allow them some flexibility for driveway location. The original variance request down to 25 feet was going to be too tight and too close to that intersection. So staff had recommended approval of the requested variance, but knocking it down to just the 40 feet and only applicable to these 3 lots.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything to say to the audience?
Tim, what is the note on here about the waiver of the rules on the public notice requirement?
My apologies, they missed the publication in the newspaper by 1 day since it's only published once a week. We do need to suspend the rules to accommodate that. Our current application packets require a 2-week publication. State statute is only 10 days. They fell within both of those, so they were legally could hear the hearing, but because our application packets say 14 days, we'll need to suspend that rule.
Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
I'll go ahead and close the public meeting at 2:01. We need to suspend the rules before we go on. Can I ask for a motion to suspend? Date, didn't start.
I'll make the motion that we suspend the rules for the and provide a waiver for the publication notification and proceed with the hearing.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And we entertain motion. The BZA to 003-80 articles.
Motion there. Use the distance from the driveway to intersection from the current 50 feet to a reduced amount of 40 feet.
For the lots, there's 3 lots.
Yeah.
Lot 8, 9.
I will second.
All in favor? We move. We're leaving to the BZA rules and procedures. Open the public meeting for that, 6:12. Yeah, do you want to give a presentation on that one?
Sure. Pull that up. So a couple things that come into play with amending the rules of procedures, and of course, these are your rules of procedure exclusive to the BZA. And this does not require a public hearing, so it's something we can, you can do without notifying the public and such. There was some changes in the state statute this year regarding the membership appointments. Essentially, it used to be that we can set up certain provisions for when BZA members are to be removed from the BZA. So maybe not showing up at a public meeting or, so many times, or, going MIA and not participating would be a reason to have you removed from the BZA. Well, it's not, you're committed. State statute has changed and said that the appointing authority, whoever appoints you, you serve at their pleasure, and they can remove you at will if they choose. This goes to a bigger picture of every community and administration has goals and objectives, a comprehensive plan that they want to achieve, and they are hopeful that the Plan Commission and the BZA act on petitions to support that agenda and larger goal for the community. And if for some reason the administration or your appointing authority feels that you're not acting in that way, then they can replace you with somebody who may be voting more favorably to that degree. I will say I don't agree with that, but unfortunately, this is what our legislators have given to us. However, with regard to that appointing authority, it has to be the exact person in the exact same group that originally appointed you. So if, for example, you're a town council appointment, it has to be the exact town council that appointed you that can remove you. So if the council changes, you're golden. So this applies to the Plan Commission as well. We'll be doing that same amendment. The second amendment that we're looking at is reducing the radius of notification to surrounding property owners from 600 feet and 2 property feet down to, I think I said 200 feet. Yes, in order to minimize the burden on the petitioner, makes things a little easier to track down all those names and addresses, and it makes it a little cheaper for them to send the notices. So feel free to answer any questions that you may have about that, or it's open for discussion.
Does the state have any guidelines on, the notification distance?
No, it allows you to identify that in your rules and procedures to who an interested party is. So obviously, if you're in a county setting, that 600 feet may make a lot of difference versus if you're in town and you've got, close neighbors, that list is going to be different.
Okay.
So I want to ask a question because visually, I'm not sure how far away that is. So I'm going to ask Josh, because I met Josh.
He probably does.
So in your case, that's gonna get at least 2 houses away from you. In this housing addition, like this housing addition here, that's gonna cover 3 to 4 properties there. Because your lot's a half-acre lot.
Yes, so but you know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
the field there between Cookie and I.
Now,
If they're doing something there,
in that
I go
field,
away and
you're correct. They may not have to notify you, but there's still a public hearing, so therefore they're still publicly out there.
I'm closer, I got you.
But yes, that could be, I mean,
because that's not very far to me.
it's not, but you are,
I would guess that from her house to that field is
80 to 100 yards. And that would put her,
about football.
that would put her just outside of.
Right. Because the road easement should be about a 50-foot road easement. And then the property, so therefore.
Okay, I just wanted
Yes.
to.
But now, your neighbors to the east of you may qualify because they sit closer to the road than you do.
Does it go from your property line or what is it?
It's your property
Property
line,
line.
but the way that road curves and everything right there, it is what I'm going by is visually on that. So, I mean, it really depends on how stickler somebody wants to be on that 200-foot radius. 6 inches, so they don't want to talk to you or.
It always add more people to their notification.
They could, but they're not required to.
Right.
We could add back in the provision that it still needs to be at least 2 properties deep. So if there is a large property next to you, you have to go beyond 1 property past that and to capture that.
And then that would capture somebody like me.
Right, I just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it could just be my side of the road for
Yeah.
my side. It could be, probably wouldn't.
And then ultimately would affect all of them.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not.
Well, I think the 2 property deed addition would make more sense. I mean, just to make sure people are notified that should be. I'd go either way because my property's only 50 feet across, so I'm gonna get notice on anything.
Right. But like from my house to Cookie, that's less, that's more than 2. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and I can see it, see what I'm saying? And that's just for a special movie.
That would apply to any petition that comes before you. So variances, special exceptions, use variances, anything that would come before you or hearing.
Or my emotional support.
I have a question. When they contact the auditor's office for the listed property owners, how will the auditor's office determine 2 properties deed?
They'll have to manually identify that. Yeah, so in Boone County anyway, they can go in the GIS system, select your property and say, give me a buffer of 100 feet all the way around, and it'll kick out a list. So you'll have to look at that buffer and make sure it's hidden to 2 properties. From what I understand in Hendricks County, you're on your own going online to their GIS system and looking at.
So if someone, say from my house, so I have the field behind me, so it would be in the houses would be on the first row of houses.
Right.
They would have to notify me.
Yep,
Which is pretty far.
could be, yeah, as long as they're inside the town limits there.
Anything across the road from you. Have to notify. Everybody on our side. Like circumference, I mean, if it's 2 properties deep, is that 360 degrees?
Yep. Yeah, so if they put that 200-foot buffer around and it's capturing maybe 3 properties deep in some areas, as long as they're at least 1, yeah, at least 2, they'll be good. But still have to be at least 200 feet as well. I should have had a diagram, my apologies. It makes sense in my head, but.
Is it possible that could cause some issues with people not getting notified because the auditor's office is gonna have to manually pick those properties?
It's still up to the property owner to verify that list, unfortunately. Now, when I get the list, I will kind of cross-check and say, yeah, that works, or I'll be looking for at least 2 properties deep and I cross-check it. But again, it's not my responsibility to make sure that list is. We're fortunate that the Boone County Auditor's Office does have the ability to generate that list for us. So,
Manually, they have to go in and pick which one.
right. Well, the extra to go 2 properties deep.
Drop, see somewhere.
They want to parking, kind of gets confusing, right?
But it has a two property thing that there before.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It was from 600 feet and 2 properties. I'll leave that to you guys because it will affect you more than.
Well, but I don't know, I'm just thinking,
As I say,
not just me.
really, it's really your guys' additions that get affected most, because here in town, it's mostly 60 by 120 lots. So,
As you get on the edges.
yes, your guys' lots are half acre lots, so they're all a little bit different dimension because of the way it's laid out. But when you get into town, it's all 60 by 120s. So, you're gonna get more people noticed in a 200-foot radius than what you are at yours, but adding the 2 deep, at least make sure that if somebody develops that center field there, that both of your housing additions are actually gonna get notified all the way across, because to get to the second one deep, you gotta cross the road to get to the second one deep. So it covers you both ways.
Right. I guess it depends on inserting 2 properties deep. Sort of what back in.
I think they had 602 deep in there for like the county. You may have a field that is 600 feet deep.
Right.
Then therefore 2 lots takes you to the next zone.
Yeah. So it's
So
like Kevin's house, you got a field behind your house. Used to, yeah. But that would take it, because 2 properties deep, it'd take it all the way.
it's still taken across the road,
Yeah.
because technically the drainage pond is owned by the HOA. And then you've got a row of houses, road, and then the row of houses on the other side of the road. So you would still catch most of it.
And maybe we consider 300 feet if we know some folks' lots are a little deeper.
Lori,
Yes.
from getting a list from the auditor, do you feel more comfortable if we go with simply a 300-foot distance, or if we go the 200-foot plus 2 properties?
So here in town, a lot of times that covers,
Right,
like the people on the list 3 times. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to send it out, but you're getting big old stack in inside. So I'm not sure exactly what it will tone it down, 300.
If you just say flat out 300 feet and not 2 properties deep, you're probably capturing those who are truly affected. And it would make it easier to generate that list.
I mean, that way they won't have to go in majorly or look for those properties is what I'm thinking.
Yes,
So-
because if somebody has a petition, like she said, it's the property, it's the parishioners. And if they don't get the right thing, they're gonna have to, make sure that they get the right names, and if they accidentally leave somebody out, they might, get their petition denied because they didn't notify them.
Or at least delayed.
I will say with regard to that, if some reason there was a snafu at the auditor's office, you're still doing the public hearing notice in the newspaper. It's still posted on the agenda. Even if one person for some reason was left off the list accidentally, statistically, the courts are gonna say, in the spirit of notifying interested parties, you did your part. I'm not an attorney, I don't know how every judge would rule, but there are still,
It depends on the post office to actually deliver it.
that's true as well. That's true as well.
Okay.
So a lot of times if I have somebody come to the hearing and said, we didn't get a letter, this is, you gotta throw this out. Well, you're here.
Yeah.
You did. You're participating. If you feel you need more time to review it, request a continuance and we can work with it that way.
Okay.
So Dempsey's just didn't have to be.
Correct. You can take comments, additional comments if you choose, or
Anybody out there got anything to say about it? Do you need to break this down for approval of both sections, or do you just do both of them together?
you could do them separate or together. It doesn't matter. The membership thing and appointments, that's a state requirement, so you can't do much about that.
Since we're, making changes there to the second one, it'd probably be cleaner to do them separate.
Okay, well, I have to make a motion for the amendment to BZA rules and procedures A, which is to article 2, page 2, regarding the delivery of the BZA University ordinance with AGA 1161.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I entertain a motion for the amendment to the BZA rules and procedures, section B, consider amending article 9, page 12 to reduce the public notice radius from 600 feet and two properties need to either 200 or 300 feet, whichever side is best.
300.
300.
Make a motion, we order that properties simply being 300 feet. Radius.
And second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, is there any new business from the board? Anybody have any?
Adjourn.
All in favor? Aye. Aye.
We're gonna move